almost forgot to do this. Here we are. Please don't forget. Um, Very poor performance today. Didn't do effectively nothing because just got stuck at very simple things which I've already implemented on the other PC. So this is a very stupid situation. Again, because I have a lot of very specific, very particular to exact system configurations because just easier to write initially, and I have few things which work perfectly in one setup and which are necessary for my workflow. I'm not going to relearn it, and which I don't have on the new one. So it's very difficult to work like this. I've tried, but it's always just stumbling on the same thing because again, it's muscle memory. I've specifically optimized all parts of my workflow, so I can just not think about it and teleport everywhere. And for example, here I have an ISO keyboard. It means that they have stupid letter placement. And for example, left shift is to the left, like more to the left than it should be. There's an extra key which is like less greater, which is just retarded and it absolutely shouldn't be there. So I need to remap it. But then I have like the proper key for jar, which I'm normally using, replaced by some just completely retarded key. Not a jar, but like anyways, there is a new key which presses shift, left shift, and super L, and I have no idea how to disable and remap it because there should be a jar, not a jar, but have conditional layer which makes things French. Exactly, actually work without it, but it's like one of the things. So yes, this one is semi-solvable. I guess I can just postpone solving it because we don't need to write in French soon. So obviously I'm not using the shift which is to the left. I'm using I'm remapping it to like closer to the middle, semi-center. But like there's very sparse documentation and there are modifier statuses which apply in bit weird fashion. Uh, so, for example, this problem, right, I solved, but it takes so much time, and I have a few more little ones similar, but which deny me ability to work seamlessly and just use the tools without thinking about them. And once I start thinking about the tools, about each and every one of the tools, like what's the point of having optimized them in the first place? So yes, I kind of can semi work with what I have right now. It's like in a very stupid way. I'm lacking a few key indicators again and parts of the workflow, but it just doesn't really make sense to do that because again I've optimized everything and I'd be relearning it for with no particular need because I will fix it at some point. So might as well do it right now. Same as with QWERTY, for example, while reinstalling Arch. I can spend so much time on it now doing this again. I'm just going to this after. But while doing this, I was forced to use QWERTY, and during it, I kind of got better at using QWERTY. But then now when I type save Mac, it took me like 2 hours to fully adapt back because just at some points I was getting confused with which keys are on save Mac, which keys on QWERTY, and that's not good. Like this is just time which is absolutely thrown away. Because I will never need these skills. The other way of doing this is more optimized, and the only one at this point which I should be ever using, or like it doesn't make sense to go away from it and learn new ways because I already have the optimal approach. So this is very frustrating. In a perfect world, should have just someone who I pay to do this, but well, I'm not positioned for it. Yeah, also skill issue. Just need to get better to the point where I can just pay someone to do these stupid things and work on things that matter, and have a bunch of things that matter, but I'm prevented from working on them because of this. And doing the work on the old one kind of defeats the purpose. I have a same working keyboard. It compiles like 5-6 times slower, and I'm starting to have config desynchronization, which is again same easily fixable, but one if I start doing it on both, it's also even bigger problem, and then I won't get the config. Anyways, it's an absolute mess, absolutely disgusting, and I kind of just give up at some point and spend all of time doing nothing, which is just embarrassing. I guess good that I'm doing this, because this is very embarrassing, and didn't do near as much as I could. Just got disheartened. Don't worry, I must go through with it. Somehow figure it out. I mean, there is definitely a way to do it. Just need to sit through it, how much time it takes, because these things must be fixed. So very unexciting times, but well, we'll get through it, and the rest is absolute breeze, because the quantitative improvement on population speed, which was the main actually constraint on my coding output, is now fixed. So with that, I will be able to work at significantly faster rate. Just need to get to the point where I can work, because this is taking too much time. This shouldn't take that much time. Anyways, we'll see you tomorrow.